Hi kochemos, it's Caidyn K. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about week one of coming back to college and just how it's been so far. But before we get started, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell for this video. And also, you can follow my social medias down below. My Instagram and my TikTok are public. My Snapchat and Facebook are private, but I will still be posting notifications of new videos on all 4 platforms. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so today's verse of the day is from Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do. So I figured that's a perfect way to start out because I will be first talking about Cru, or Campus Crusade for Christ, which is a Christian organization that I am a member in at Westchester University. So we studied the book of John last night. It was amazing, and even though I am a saved Christian, it's still good to hear the gospel again because I think I can be very perfectionistic at times, and it just helps me to refresh, that God's grace and love is everlasting. So, yeah, I got to see my friends and hang out at one of the restaurants afterwards, which is amazing, and I can't wait to see what other events are happening at Cru. And I am also saving up to go on a missions trip. I am so close to being able to sign up and pay for it, and I will be spending my spring break in Daytona Beach, Florida, evangelizing and spreading the word to other people on the beach. So I am thinking a lot about how I'm gonna pull off this whole minimalism thing this year. Thankfully, I have 365 days in a year to figure it out. So I have packed clothes with me, and I am figuring out what clothes bring me joy and which ones don't, and whichever ones don't are going to be donated. I probably should have packed more clothes, but you know what? It's fine because I'm planning on seeing my aunt, and knowing her, she's gonna try and get me a lot of clothes. So probably. I mean, she typically does. She's like, do you need any clothes? Or, do you need any food? So, yeah. But, yeah, I will definitely figure it out. And thankfully, the laundry for on-campus housing, at least where I live, it is free. And I can wash my clothes however many times I want. Okay, so I am taking Intro to Women and Gender Studies, as I am minoring in Women and Gender Studies, and also this course can also fit my gen ed requirements for my major, psychology. And so far we are learning about feminism right now, and basically I got to learn the 4 different, well, actually no, it listed 3 different waves of feminism. I thought there was 4. I don't know at this point. That's a lot of waves. We're also learning about other systems of oppression, so that's like race, gender, that type of stuff, class. Also talking about how feminism evolved in different time periods. And one of the things that the professor said in the class, and I'm very glad she did, is that you can agree with certain parts of feminism, and disagree with other parts of feminism and still be a feminist. And also, she also gave us an article to read, and it was about how, now I was fully expecting for the article she gave us to bash men, and that's actually not what it did. It did the exact opposite. And, blaming things on rich white men is actually very wrong. So I am very grateful that she is helping me as well as my class see that. And, I'm glad that I can, identify as a feminist in some ways and stuff, and not so much in other ways, because believing in that type of stuff, like those political stuff, exists on a spectrum. You could be far right, so like conservative, far left, liberal, conservative and liberal, but you're not like extremists. Then you have moderates, and there's also other types of politics, like there's Democrat, Republican, Independent, Populist, Progressive. Like, there's so many different labels, and honestly, politics is so confusing. But still, my point is that politics go on a spectrum. It's not a black or white thing. You can agree with some things, disagree with others, and still be a feminist, which is amazing. I honestly thought that, that wasn't the case, but, I'm so glad that I'm taking this class now. So the next class I am taking is sexual identity. Now you're probably thinking, is that about the LGBT community? And the answer is no. While it does talk somewhat about the LGBT community, it also discusses, we've also been discussing things like, on the syllabus it talks about Sigmund Freud's psychosexual theory. It talks about it talks about virginity. It talks about, I know that there's one about consent. There's one on BDSM. So this class is for my sexuality studies minor, and this is also for a gen ed for my major in psychology. So I know you're probably thinking, Caidyn, are you the LGBT community? Caidyn, are you a far left sex liberalist or something like that? And the answer is no. I am not LGBTQ. I am straight, and I am a cisgender woman, and all of that. However, I do know some people of the LGBT community, and I hold the belief as a Christian that one should wait for marriage to engage in sexual activity. Now, I know you're probably thinking, wait a minute, didn't you say that you agree with certain things being in a loving, committed relationship? Yes, I did, but that was before I matured in Christ. So, yeah. And I might have not even been a saved Christian at 17 until now. And I would say I wasn't saved because I was not walking with God at all. I think I was just having a label. But, I am becoming a whole new person internally and externally. And it's great to look back and see how much I've matured. But the thing is that I decided to take in these minors, because there are certain classes, like your gen ed classes, where one class could meet 3 different gen ed requirements. And I'm like, which can leave room for minors. And those 2 things are what interest me. I believe with those 2 minors, I believe you can be a domestic violence victim advocate as well as a sexual assault victim advocate. Don't quote me on that. I looked that up on AI Overview. So, yeah, do your research. But basically, a major and a double minor mean more opportunities. And that's what I'm looking for, because those types of things, mental health, women's safety, like reporting, like people's, like perpetrators, like that is what, like, that's me. That's who I am. Like, that is what I want to do, probably for the rest of my life. And I'm even thinking about adding a 3rd minor in criminal justice. So, yeah, that is what's happening. Okay, so then we have my 3rd and final class for this semester, and that is Principles for Counseling and Psychotherapy. So far I have been learning, like, how counseling has evolved in, the 20th century, as well as, how often certain types of therapy are used in certain settings, like clinical psychologists, counseling psychologists, social workers, and just counselors in general. Also, certain qualities and traits that make a counselor a good one and one that is effective. Also about, like, interview questions that you would ask and why we have different theories in counseling. And I have to say, like, I am very excited for this class. I like all my classes this semester, and I have classes Monday through Friday, and I feel like that will definitely help me, because I feel like when I was only doing classes like 4 days a week or even like 2 days a week, it was exhausting. And it's like, it dawned on me that most of my education, I have been attending school 5 days a week. So I feel like I need to do that, so that way I can be less burned out and also have, like, time for myself, spread things out. And I think it's going to work so far. I really think it's going to work. So we also have a winter storm coming up. So I did a little food shopping so that I could just, not have to get stuff at the dining hall, because I'm not going to want to go outside. And I have a feeling church is going to be canceled. And that's just it. When I went to church back at home, like before I went back to college, it was canceled because it was snowing. It's like, I haven't been to church in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? No! Okay, so here I got 3 PB&J sandwiches on wheat bread. Oh, I got one on white bread by mistake. You know what? It's fine. I had the right idea. And I got Taste Telly Konjac Jelly. It's my favorite snack. If I could give up candy and have this for the rest of my life, that's what I would do. And then I have chicken flavored ramen, Mediterranean mint Talante jello, or gelato rather. And then I also have the 4 slices of the cheese pizza. Now, I am supposed to be watching my cholesterol, and not to worry, like, I have, like, other stuff in my dorm. Like, I have protein bars, I have beef sticks, so I should be okay. But, you know, I've been waiting for an excuse to get my PB&J, because this PB&J is so good. And I love Taste Telly Konjac jelly. I haven't had gelato in months. I haven't had pizza in months. And also, I don't know, like, I'm treating myself. And also, seriously, I have to say, to Gen Zers who are watching this, I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to snuggle up in bed with ramen during a snowstorm? You get my point. So, unfortunately, I did not have a National Alliance on Mental Illness meeting or a crew Bible study, because we were just trying to, like, get through the first week of school, but everything will go back to normal next week. And, yeah, I am so excited, because it's like, I just feel like I'm exactly where I'm meant to be in life, and, you know, I just can't wait to see what the semester has to offer. So other clubs I'm thinking of joining are Psychology Club, Creative Writing Club, and Gender Studies Club. Now, Psychology and Gender Studies Club, like, those, like, are academic clubs that would go well with my major and one of my minors. And then Creative Writing Club, I mean, I'm trying to write a memoir, and, you know, maybe I can get help with that, like, at least, you know, have them do grammar checks or how to, like, phrase certain things. So, yeah, who knows? Like, I think it would be fun. And because I'm also joining her campus writing magazine, I think the Creative Writing Club could also help me a lot. So, yeah, really excited. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the post notification bell. I love you all, and I will see you all soon. Bye.